Hello there, Claire here with my steampunk album. I've been wanting to make a steampunk album for quite a long time. I really love the papers and I really love the steampunk era. Turn of the century, all sorts of things were going on. The fashions were great, Victorian styles, and so here it is. Let me take you through what I did. It's a book-bound album, just made out of card, and I've got some embellishments here, some scissors, a sewing machine, some of the stamps cut out of the paper, some of the acrylic pieces and some steampunk embellishments. And there's some cogs underneath here, and then some butterflies. Lots of butterflies on this paper, so I've used them on the cover. I've used a clock cutout here, which I've covered in gold, and there's some more cogs. And then I fussy cut out the lady and sort of threaded her through the clock, and then put some glossy accents on the wings and her hat, just to make them stand out. And then there's a little clock up here again that's got glossy accents on it, and just on the face. And then I've used a hair bobble actually to seal it up, or as the closure, which just fits on the little post there. I just undo it. And then the album folds out, and put it down. And I've just cut one of the ladies here out of the paper and just put a cog, but the covers I've kept quite plain because there's lots of detail in the album itself. Lots of layers and lots of cogs and butterflies running through, so let me show you what I've done. Just put a pocket on the front here and made a tag. I love this die, I thought it really went with the era. That's the Martha Stewart, one of the Martha Stewart deep punches, or deep edge punches. There's another tag there, just with some embossing on the back. I made the pockets, or the pages from the albums, are all folded over, very much like the paper bag album, but the whole album's made out of card, and then there's a photo mat in each of the pages. That one I've just embossed and inked and put some butterflies on. There's a cog at the top that I've covered in the paper, and then just covered on the other side as well. That fits in there. It's all bound, if I can show you. And again I've put some glitter on the edge of the binding just to give it a bit of sparkle. So the next page, quite a lot going on again. There's a few tags in here. I've put some wings in gold over the wings that were on the lady, and then cut a collar out as well and put that over her picture. And then I've just masked on the back with some ink and put one of the cutouts at the bottom. It's just a tag cut out of the paper, and then I put a little Martha Stewart butterfly on there as well, and put some glossy accents on that, and then just a place for journaling on the back, and just a plain tag with an embossed butterfly at the top, and then a place for journaling on the back of that one. And then there's some cogs, let's go that way, the cogs on the page here as well. And then this lifts up, and there's the steampunk lady inside. She's from the 12x12 papers. I've used a combination of 12x12 and 8x8 papers in the album as well. Just tucks in there. Just slot those back in there. next page I've made a pocket. I've used quite a few cutouts here and built them up into a pocket. So there's 3 overlays of different cogs, and then I put some glossy accents on the flowers there just to highlight them. There's a couple of tags just made out of card, and then using the mover and shapers dies I've cut out the cog shapes and just put some pictures behind, and then masked the tag, just a place for journaling on the back there. And that one I've just put some glossy accents on the crow just to give it a bit of dimension, and a butterfly on the back. And then on the page itself I've cut out one of the alterations clocks, some hands on there as well, and then I've cut the crinoled winged mannequin out and threaded that through the clock, again just to give a bit of dimension. They just fit in there like that. On this page again I've cut one of the corners out of the paper and made a pocket and put some cogs on, glittered them up with some cinnamon stickles, and then there's a couple of tags that sit in the pocket. That one's masked in gold on the front and then just inked on the back. And that one I cut one of the pictures out of the paper and then embossed the back, not really for writing on. And then there's a hand here and then some more butterflies and a cog, and the paper underneath is masked as well with one of the Tim Holtz masks. This page here I've kept quite black and white, and again built it up. There's a photo strip, that's one of the, oh I can't think what it's called, decorative strip photo strips. There's a tag in there with a picture on, and that one's embossed with the clock embossing folder. And then there's another tag that fits under here. I actually cut the paper to make a pocket and then put some backing paper on to give some dimension to the pockets there. And then there's a tag, a large photo mat in here with, she's cut from the 12 by 12 paper, the crinoline lady. No, corseted lady I should say. And she just fits in there. This page I've made a pocket out of the a lady with all the cogs, and I've stuck some beads on. I don't know if you can see, just to give some a different dimension. There's just some tiny little gold beads just around the side of her head, and again I threaded her through the clock. There's a cog underneath, a butterfly at the bottom, and then a couple of tags in here. This one's got a pocket on it, and they all just lift out. And then there's a belly band across there. And this one, I've embossed the backing paper and then covered it in another section from the paper, and then just room for journaling on the back. This page I've used one of the photographs or the pictures from the paper, cut it in half to make a fold out page, and then secured it with a tag with one of the tattered floral flowers on. So if I pull that out, there's the tag, just plain on the back. And then this opens, and there's a photo mat in the middle. Just put a picture on that, and a tag. And then I've cut out some cog shapes. I masked them and then cut them out, and then layered some flowers and cogs and one of the Graphic 45 staple flowers. And there's a brad there to give some dimension to the pocket, and then just put two of the cutouts from the paper to make pockets either side, and put two tags in either side with some more butterflies on. So that was a real fun page to make. And that just fits in behind there to keep it closed. And then there's a photo mat. Again, I think I got carried away with the clocks, really like using those. And again, threaded the lady through the clock and added some butterflies. And then just left it plain on the back for a photograph. Just slots in there like that. Next page, I've just put one of my lift up photo mats, and there's room in there for a photograph to slot in. That just pulls out to make it easy to get your photograph in. And then there's just a couple of little cutouts, 2 or 3 little cutouts from the paper that just slot into the band there. This is the Martha Stewart deep edge punch, and I've just slotted a photo mat under there. Again, it's got a cog and a Graphic 45 button on it, and then there's a tag with some journaling room, or room for journaling. And then I've just cut the clock out from the paper and put some glossy accents on the wings and the face again. And then there's a tag in there that pulls out, and there's a room for journaling on there as well. And that one just slides in the back like that. This page I had great fun with, lots going on. Again, I've sort of overlaid different bits of paper to make pockets, so I overlaid the stamps here over the green paper at the back to make a pocket there, and then I've cut one of the balloons out, and then there's a pocket behind that's got 2 tags in. There's that one and that one. Again, I cut that out, the shape out with the movers and shapers, and put a picture behind it, and then stuck the journaling card over the top. I put some butterflies on and frosted them with stickles on here, and then put some glossy accents on the crow just to give him some dimension. And then the last page, again, I've built this up from 3 different bits of the paper. So there's a backing paper in the green, then I cut the hand out with the flying man, and then placed him over the, looks like a bicycle, to make the pocket. And then there's a couple of tags that I've just covered with the paper and journaling spots on the back, and they slot under there like that. And then the lady I cut out and just put glossy accents over the chair that she's sitting on. And that's it, ladies, that's my steampunk album. I thoroughly enjoyed making this. So thanks very much for watching.